Welcome to the Cosmetic Podcast.
This podcast amplifies the topics you want to hear about.
Cosmetic means being a person or thing that gives rise to a phenomenon that is dynamic or energizing.
Globally minded and locally focused.
I'm Rodrigo Ross.
I'm Keith Benson.
So today we are talking about words matter. This whole idea of harnessing the power of words.
So words are the the most powerful force available to humanity. I mean, it's this verbal context that comes out of your mouth,
right,
that can either cause you to do good or to do bad.
Right.
It's this whole force of constructing these words.
And stringing them together, right? To kind of tell a story or evoke emotion or praise or unfortunately sometimes pull down or...
It can help people.
Yeah.
It can heal people. It can hinder people.
It could humiliate people, right? It could humble. Sometimes you pull a couple of 2 words out to get somebody to a humble space.
Words are powerful.
Words are powerful. So do you know that there are over 470,000 words in the Merriam Webster Dictionary? I love words. And so that factoid.
You do have a way with words.
I
have a way with words. I have to get changed for my 50-cent piece sometime with the words that you
That's
throw
right.
out.
That's right.
Man.
I love words because they paint a picture and they, I think for me what it was growing up, I didn't have access to be able to go to movies and we didn't have like all these premium channels on TV. We had one TV in the house and when your parents was watching it, you wasn't. So you either had to watch what they watched or move around. So I read a lot of books.
Okay.
And just the use of words in books, they could really transport you to all these magical places and create all of these vivid pictures in your mind. So ever since I was young, I've been a lover of words.
Okay. I like words because I like to describe things. And so I like to tell stories. And some people tell me, hey, come on, give me. I said, hold on, let me tell you the story. Because you got to paint a picture.
You got to paint a picture.
And with words, you're able to evoke these emotions in folks and really get them all tense or sometimes, or just get them to that place of just on that edge of wanting to know more about what you're talking about.
And that's what you use your words for. You got to tell a whole story.
I got to tell the whole story.
In its entirety.
I get it from my mother because my mother she would describe something to a T.
So you know exactly what she's talking about.
Right.
I love it. So, many people have all kinds of philosophy and great sayings, but Cushan Wisdom said something that I thought was very provocative. They said words are free, it's how you use them that may cost you, right? Like that is so very true. The way that words can make or break a situation, how they could turn the tide on something, it's amazing what words can do.
Yeah, so considering the powerful force of words that we utter, we have to be disciplined with those words.
Right.
Because it can convey things we wanted to convey respect, gentleness, or even humility. Gary Chapman in his book, Love as a Way of Life, he uses the vivid metaphor for words as being either bullets or seeds.
Wow. Okay.
So if we use our words as bullets with a feeling of
superiority.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go, because I love a good word.
I get stuck on some of the words that have 3-4 syllables sometimes. So you had either that or condemnation.
Right.
So we're not going to be able to restore a relationship to love if we're not using our words in this very meaningful and powerful way.
Yeah, and so there's an ecumenical perspective about words, right? Like it is written in the word, and if you're spiritual, you recognize that there are a number of Bible verses that really speak to the power of words. So Proverbs 15:4 says, gentle words bring life and health. A deceitful tongue crushes the spirit. Proverbs 16:24 says, kind words words are like honey, sweet to the soul and healthy for the body. And Proverbs 18 verse 4 says, a person's words can be life-giving water. Words of truth, wisdom are as refreshing as a bubbling brook, right? And we understand how the very foundation, the very basis of many folks' value systems are rooted from an ecumenical perspective. And so just seeing all the ways that words, this idea of using words the right way, shows up in the Bible.
Yeah, and those are very practical. Whether you are a believer of the Bible or not,
right.
Your words are very powerful. And the way that the Bible describes these words right here, how words are very sweet. You know, it's that, you say honey sweet.
Honey sweet.
To the soul.
Right.
And when I think about words, when I think about the movement that people have when they hear these great words, just to say thank you.
Right. How powerful is just those two words put together?
That word alone. I tell my kids, it's like, what do you want for Christmas, Dad? Or what do you want for Father's Day? You know what? Kind words.
Kind words.
I have saved on my phone, my son called me on my birthday.
Oh.
Happy birthday.
Oh.
And I'm about to choke up.
I love it. I'm thinking some words to describe to y'all what's going on.
That right there, there's no amount of money that you can give. You can give me all the money in the world and then what, right? But man, be kind to me by the words that you say to me. And that happy birthday, I would tell you that it's something that's going to be saved on my phone for a lifetime.
Yeah. So did you know that there are 10 top words in the English language? Well, okay, so here's the caveat. According to goodmenproject.com, which is this website that fosters all of these wonderful conversations across all these different strata and all these different subject matter, they had a conversation going about the power of words. And from that conversation, they built this list of the top 10 words.
Okay.
So, top 10 words according to goodmenproject.com. Number 10, struggle. Right? Who would have thought the word struggle would be a top 10 word? But according to them, the idea is that struggle is that gift that helps you understand that you can do more, be more, and live more, right? Like, if you really think about it, some of your most fought for wins are probably the ones that you remember the most fondly, right?
You had to put some effort into that. And therefore, at the end of that becomes this victory.
Right.
Well, even if it's a failure, it's something that you learn from.
You learned from, right?
Yes.
So number 10, struggle. Number 9, adventure. Adventure, the word adventure, just talking to people. So if you're having a regular conversation with someone, right, and you just say, let's go on an adventure, right? Like, what does that do?
Right, it's just this curiosity. It's like, all right, we're about to do something exciting. Maybe it might be a little dangerous, but it's definitely going to be fun and something that we look forward to.
So just the word adventure, right? So number 8, nature. Nature is the number 8 top word. Why do you think nature?
To me, when I heard that, it's just this peaceful calmness that comes around.
Right.
I'm walking through the forest and there's trees and I get this cool sensation that is coming amongst
pure,
me. Yeah.
Unselfish,
birds
right?
chirping in the air.
Yeah, nature, right? So 10 is struggle, 9 adventure, 8 is nature, 6 is curiosity. I don't know why they didn't put number 7 in here. It's them, not me. But number 6 is curiosity.
Okay.
So why do you think curiosity?
Because now I'm questioning a little bit about something. I want to look deeper into something right now.
Yeah.
I'm intrigued by it right now.
I mean, curiosity, it really is that fuel for learning more and exposing yourself to other things and really trying to understand different perspectives. So conversely, the number 5 word is teaching. So teaching and curiosity go hand in hand. The number 4 word, creativity. That's the number 4 top word.
Creativity. That is that place where I just get to dream. I get to envision. I get to go outside of the box, and then there's no limit to what I can do. Yeah.
And then they skip all the way down and they offer the number 1 word, which I think, right now is so appropriate. It's so profound. And quite frankly, I think it's true. The number 1 word that is powerful now is freedom. right? So many people have so many different stories and so many personal experiences around that word freedom that I do think that it is appropriate. That is the number one word right now.
Yeah, that word is not just a buzzword for today. I mean, freedom comes, with a price.
Yeah.
And people are expressing that nowadays in terms of what's going on in our country and our society today. And we really got to be, this whole thing of power of words. We really got to be understanding of what and how we use words today.
So, do you have some top words?
So if you get an email from me and if you get a letter from me,
I know what they are.
My word is inspiring collaboration.
I knew it.
So when I want people to think and pause just for a moment to think about how can we move this along? Whatever that project that we may be working on, our relationship together, or how we're gonna, react to a response to something. I want people to, how we move things forward, how we collaborate, how we work together. So most people who know me, it's not a one-time deal.
Right.
It is something that we're going to continue on. I'm not calling you to ask you for XYZ for this moment, but it is for this moment along with where we're going to go.
Yeah. Inspiring collaboration. Okay, so I have a top 5, right?
What's your top 5?
Ask me.
What is your top 5?
Number 5, shoes. Who doesn't love the word shoes? Who doesn't love shoes?
Well, tell America about why you love shoes.
I love shoes. Okay, so here's the backstory, just in case people think that's just like so surface level and shallow.
Right.
I have been wearing the same shoe size since I was in the 6th grade, right? And so just imagine having to grow. You didn't have to act like that.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. So imagine having to literally grow into your feet. And so as a little kid, when other people were wearing, all other girls were wearing all the cute little shoes and this, I couldn't wear those shoes because I had grown women feet and we didn't have grown women shoe budget. So I always felt some type of way about the shoes that I was wearing. Well, one time I saved up my money, I did all kinds of chores or whatever, and I got the cutest shoes. And I just remember how my whole perspective changed. Whenever I felt down and I looked down and I saw I had on those cute shoes, you couldn't tell me anything about anything. And so ever since then, shoes is just that physical reminder to just lift your head up and there's beauty in this world and you have beautiful things and you can be beautiful and push on, sister, push on. So that's my number 5 word.
A word like shoe, people would think that that's just so self-serving.
Right.
But you got to really know the story behind all of that.
You got to know the story behind shoes.
Right.
So number 5, shoes. Number 4, dessert.
Yes.
So do I need to explain dessert?
Nah, you can go on.
Okay, because you better not say nothing.
Because I had this dessert. It's called something good. Oh gosh, it has a cookie. It has a cookie layer to it. Then has some chocolate pudding. Then has some Cool Whip on top, sprinkled with some pecan. Oh man.
See, so dessert gonna make your list too, right?
Yeah.
I understand.
And throughout COVID, desserts have shown that 19 to be a very powerful
very, very powerful night. That's a whole nother podcast, the 19. Ma'am. Okay, so my number 3 word, power. That's my number 3 word because I feel like power is a very personal thing, but unfortunately sometimes people use it and its derivatives like empower and powerful or powerless. They use those derivatives to kind of control people and not let them live up to their greatest potential. So the word power is in my top 5 because it's personal and everyone should realize no matter what your circumstances are, no matter what your current reality is, everyone has this certain seed of power that they can activate when necessary. So my number 2 word is resources.
Yeah, resources is that, to me it goes with inspiring collaboration. Is that how can you be a resource to help us to solve this issue, this problem, this topic that we're trying to handle right now?
Yeah, how can I get resources? How can I give resources? How can I add to someone else's resources? Like there's so many layers around, and resources could be all kinds of stuff. It could be money, it could be things, it could be thoughts, it could be talents, it could be, it's just all, right? It's just all encompassing. thing. So
tell us, what is your number one word?
My number one word is shoes.
Okay. All right. We've heard that. So three ways that we can use words. One is, and I'm sure everybody grandmama said this, choose your words wisely.
Yes, indeed.
You got to be really careful at what comes out of your mouth. You know, you even probably sometimes even have to pause, because what comes out of your mouth could either help somebody or it could hurt somebody.
Right.
And so you want to make sure you choose your words wisely.
Right. People can't unhear what they hear, right?
Exactly.
You can apologize and you can spin it and you can talk your way around it, but they heard what they heard once it comes out your mouth.
Because you want to create a feeling of reality that is good for you.
Yeah.
And not something that's going to be hurtful for somebody else. Another thing is by this famous man that probably have to go back a little bit, but Popeye the Sailor Man. Popeye said,
"Oh, you dated yourself just now."
What? I'm not dating myself. It's something that I saw at some point in time.
Right.
Popeye said, "I am what I am." So affirm who you are, your dreams, your hopes, your successes, with these two powerful words, I am.
Yeah.
And so when you wake up in the morning, utter something positive, I am, and then fill in the blank.
Yeah, self-affirmation. Sometimes you got to say that stuff out loud.
Yeah.
I am a person that has wonderful shoes. I am.
Yeah, I am. I am someone who inspires collaboration.
Yes.
And the third thing is speak from your heart. This is something that I will tell you that I've learned probably over the last 3 to 4 years, even more so, is that just truly being consistently authentic.
Yeah.
And people will learn who you are. And so when you may say that wrong thing that comes out of your mouth, people will know your heart to say like, nah, that's not them. Here's probably what they meant by this, because of the consistency of what people are able to see you in.
Right, giving you some grace and understand. I will tell you though, that authenticity thing, speak from your heart, is so true. Like, people are really savvy and they can navigate when you're being disingenuous. And it really does do you more harm than good when you create these quote unquote personas. I will have to say, I think I learned that throughout life, because you figure, okay, at work I'm supposed to be this kind of person, and at home I'm supposed to be this kind of person. But the reality is that you just gotta be you, and appropriately so, in any kind of context. All day, every day.
So the same person that they see you at work is the same person that they're gonna see at home, in the Walmart, in the mall, or wherever it may be. They're gonna see the authentic you.
Yeah, using those same kind of words in different contexts. So the words I use at home, or the words I use at work, or the words I use in church, or wherever.
So we want to know, what are your power words? So will you go to www.ymcadallas.org/Causenetic, leave us a message there. And so in closing, thank you for listening to Causenetic,
where our conversations are global,
globally minded and locally focused.
Once again, check us out at www.ymcadallas.org/Causenetic.
And as always,
stay dynamic,
stay energized,
stay Causenetic.